Hello, welcome to the December Songwriter Stream. This is the third Tuesday of the month, so every month myself, Jason Vitelli, and Victor V. Gurbo are joined by two special guests. Tonight we have below me, Naomi Vernon, and to her right, to her left, your right, we have Mike Terrado, the real-life superhero. You'll hear more from us throughout the night, but to kick things off, we're going to jump right into the first song by our special guest, Naomi.
Hey everybody. Thanks so much for having me, Roomful of Sky. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here. This is my last show of 2021. So I have a couple of songs to play for you guys today. This song is my latest single. It's called Old Mountain Road, and it's about Vermont. Old mountain road, winding down the eastern pine. I lost all sense of time and I've come home. Old mountainside, we drive past daisies by the by. Release these heavy chains of mine. I'll be alright. Running north into the wild pale blue sky, getting high on borrowed time, and I'm alive. Oh, yesterday's a worn out tune we played, and tomorrow's gonna be a brand new day. Green rolling hills, so far away. Take me in your arms, say, Old Mountain Road. Old riverside, winding down the dirt road, driving my lonely friend and I. Yeah, we'll be alright. Old Champlain tide, lay me down by your side. Where there's mountains in the distance, I've come home. Running north into the wild pale blue sky, getting high on borrowed time, and I'm alive. Oh, yesterday's a worn out tune we played, and tomorrow's gonna be a brand new day. Green rolling hills, so far away. Take me in your arms to stay. Old mountain road, old Champlain tide, lay me down by your side. Where there's mountains in the distance, I've come home. Thank you.
Yeah,
That was beautiful.
very nice, very nice.
Fantastic, Naomi. Naomi, we're going to be moving on to our next guest, but before we do, let's spend a moment with you. When did you write that song?
I wrote this song, I want to say it was July 2019. I took a trip with friends to Vermont, and it was awesome. It was my first time ever in the Green Mountain State, and it was just so beautiful. And I had this idea for lyrics as soon as we crossed the border from New Hampshire, and the song was born there and completed around the campfire that night.
Well, it certainly sounds like it. That was beautiful. Thank you.
It sounds like a warm fire to me.
Oh, I'm glad that's what I was going for.
So
Who doesn't love
for
camping?
for those of you tuning in from home, this is the Songwriter stream. This is basically songwriters in the round. There are 5 of us. The 3 usual host performers, myself, Jason, and Victor. And tonight we're joined by 2 special guests, Naomi, who you just heard, and coming up next we have Mike Tirado, aka the real life superhero. Sing us a song, Mike.
Will do. There we go. Hello. I'm actually going to start with something that I was inspired by that kind of informed the songs you're about to hear. This is a song by a very, very famous singer, and her influence shows up in my music a lot nowadays. So I guess I have her to thank. Some of you probably recognize it. Don't you know I'm no good for you? I've learned to lose, you can't afford to. Tore my shirt to stop you bleeding. But nothing ever stops you leaving. Quiet when I'm coming home, I'm on my own. I could lie and say like it like that, like it like that. I could lie and say like it like that, like it like that. Don't you know too much already? I'll only hurt you if you let me. Call me friend, but keep me closer. And I'll call you when the party's over. Quiet when I'm coming home, I'm on my own. I could lie and say like it like that, like it like that. I could lie and say like it like that, like it like that. But nothing is better sometimes. Once we both said our goodbyes, let's just let it go. Let me let you go. Quiet when I'm coming home, I'm on my own. Quiet when I'm coming home on my own. Quiet when I'm coming home, I'm on my own. could lie and say I like it like that, like it like that. I could lie and say I like it like that, like it like that. Thanks, guys.
I love that song.
So good. So good.
Fantastic, Mike.
Thank you.
So tell us more. Why did you pick that song?
I started listening to Billie Eilish songs called When the Party's Over at a very, very, very sensitive and vulnerable part of my life, and the way that the music was so intimate and very immediate kind of comforted me, her voice and the sounds. And I found that melody just to be so beautiful, and I was so jealous of it that I started playing the song. Here we are.
I remember you singing some Billie Eilish songs when I saw your set at Amendment 18.
That was about that.
All right. Yeah. All right, for those of you watching along from home, this is the Songwriter stream. It's the 5 of us from 7 to 9 tonight. We're going to basically go around the circle and each do a song. That was Mike Tirada, a.k.a. the real-life superhero. I'm up next. My name is Phil Robinson. You guys on the stream, are you still noticing some video issues where I'm freezing a little, or did that sort itself out?
Seems to sort out. It looks like your video's cleaner. Definitely.
Just try to move as slowly and not just try to stay as still as possible and you'll be fine.
All right. Okay, let's do this. Here's an original song. Oh, all I have to do is remember how it starts. Not fair. Some of us are born with a lot, and some of us are born with very little. This is a song about someone who's born with a lot. This is called Fortunate Son. I was born into this world, the child of some wealth, never had to worry for possessions or for health, sheltered from the world, I'd go to any length, addicted to the comfort I once mistook for strength. I'm just another fortunate son, just another fortunate son. In my place, take any other one. I went away to school, learned myself a trade, traveled on a path that I found ready-made, traded my ambitions just to have some fun. Now I lay awake and wonder, is this all that I've done? Just another fortunate son, just another fortunate son. In my place, like any other one. Now I think of the ones who started with less, who had to work hard to make their success, who've done much more with much less than me. And I look at the ways I coddle myself, all the endless escapes that cover my shelves. I drain away my vitality, 'cause I'm just another fortunate son, just another fortunate son. in my place like any other one. All right. Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? When I look in the mirror, what do I see? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? When I look in the mirror, what do I see? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? When I look in the mirror, what do I see? Hey now I see a man who runs from his fears, hides from the world, his soul disappears. It's like I've lived as somebody else. But damned if I'm gonna go on in that way, let myself live another false day. It's time that I ask more of myself. Yes, it's time that I ask more of myself. How can I ask more of myself?
Yeah, Phil.
Such an awesome song.
That's gonna make a great music video. If you ever choose to do one for that, I think it will.
Oh well, well, thank you for that feedback. That's not a song in the current batch of songs I'm recording. That's queued up to be recorded for the next album. But the first song I'm going to do tonight and the last song I'm going to do tonight are directly connected. So that told the first half of the story, and then the one I'll do later will tell the conclusion, the second half of the same story.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, so moving right along, Jason Vitelli, it is your turn. Do you have a song for us tonight?
I don't know. Do I? Let's see. You know what? The hardest thing is for me to think of a song right off the bat. Like if someone's like, do a song. I'm just like, oh God. I never can think of anything. But I do like, whenever I prepare for a set, I like choosing songs that are just connecting with me at that particular time. And I always go back to this one song because it's about human rights. The right for all of us to be happy. So. Let me move my mic. One moment. There we are. Have we the courage to carry this load? Its weight carries our joys. 40 reasons to give up this cause, when salvation is not what we found. Shadows run thin, they shrink into skin and bones. And I will give the deepest thanks to those who will despise us. Building courage dispatch. Its coat of arms carry our pain. Countless reasons to behold these truths. When salvation is what we found. We had known this for so long, you know. The trouble we had caused. We had caused. They shrink into skin and bones. And I will be sure to tip my hat to those who will despise. Our case is made and a gavel has landed. It won't be supplanted. This moment lifts all of our doubts as your hand touches mine. The night sky clears up and the museum's still open. Exhibits smear our sights as we embrace in its spotlight the tunnels, the endless tunnels. Echo so right, so right, so right. Recovery starts as our lives tear apart into dust, and I'll be sure to tip my hat to those who will despise us, despise us.
All right,
Thank
Jason.
you.
Yeah.
Jason, only one question for you. How are you so awesome?
I learned it from watching you, Phil. I learned it from watching you.
Give that man a raise. That was the right answer.
But no, I was inspired. Remember the commercial from the 80s or 90s?
Where did you learn to
it was like
do drugs, son?
Yeah, what was it? The father was smoking pot, and the kid said that. Yes. Thank you, Phil, for the kind message.
Fantastic song, Jason. For those of you watching along at home, Jason Vitelli is not only a host and performer, he's also the tech engineer and producer of tonight's stream. So he is running the console for all of us. So without Jason, we could not be doing what we're doing. This is through Jason's company, Music for Multimedia. So Jason, thank you, and thank Music for Multimedia. So rounding out our first round of songwriters, coming up next, we have Victor V. Gurbo.
Hi, everybody. What should I do? I just got this back from the shop. This is my Bob Dylan guitar, so I figure I might as well do a Bob Dylan song.
So wait, Bob Dylan owned it?
He signed it.
Oh, very nice.
I purchased it from someone who was friends with Dylan's tour manager. This is a old Harmony H115, which is pretty neat. It was Harmony's response to Martin's D18 line, so you got the mahogany back and sides and spruce top. It's ladder braced rather than X braced, so it kind of has a blues box sound to it. But it's pretty cool. What do I want to do? Let's do this one. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
Fun song, and the struggle with me with Dylan is I try to pick songs that other people might have heard before because I can get lost in the deep cuts. So, and also they get kind of
right.
long.
Victor, a question for you. How is Bob Dylan so awesome?
How much time do we have? Because Rory made that mistake on his stream, and I think I'm not allowed back there anymore because it ended up being 2 Instagram feeds. So,
All right,
come back to
moving
me.
right
I'll use my
along.
next. Yeah.
That completes our first trip around our 5 songwriters. This is the Songwriter stream, put on by Roomful of Sky. You're watching this right now on one of Roomful of Sky's social media platforms, either on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. After tonight's stream, this video is going to live forever on the Roomful of Sky YouTube channel and also the Roomful of Sky Facebook channel. So if you saw a song you liked or you want to turn on your friends to one of these renditions, send them, and this will be available as long as there are big server farms hosting billions of YouTube videos for the rest of eternity. Over the course of the night, each of us will have the opportunity to sing 3 or 4 songs. Before we start with round 2, I just want to say hello to a couple of our friends who are watching from home. We had Aletha chime in. Aletha, if you're still there now, hello. We miss you in New York. A bunch of us just played songs at Aletha's farewell concert a couple months ago, and now she is settled in LA, so we'll have to have you back on the show soon. And then a name that I don't recognize, Bill Bassinger, wrote a big heart on one of our songs. So, Bill, thank you. Is Bill one of your fans, Naomi or Mike? He's not familiar to myself. No? All right, well, Bill, we thank you for tuning in. And we will continue now with our second round around the circle with Naomi once again.
Hey! I'm going to take my headphones off for this because I can't really hear myself very well with them on. So headphones are off. This next song is called My Backyard. I should have prefaced, but I am working on a record, and a lot of these songs are basically written about my youth growing up in Tucson, Arizona. So this is My Backyard. Remember purple orange skies on a warm September night, late summer breeze. A couple kids make believe and play pretend, hold to each other's hands. Will you catch me if I fall? 8 years old, yeah, we were young and wild and free. Running to the end of that street where we can climb a crooked branch in the dark. Run to the pine tree forest, paint a picture on our hearts. Take a ride this side of town till the sun goes down. Well, I finally found my freedom today. Forget about yesterday in my backyard. I ran away, and only God knows what I was thinking. Sing, I keep sinking. Take a drive to LA. The old house, rusty windows, my guitar. We always dreamed we would go far someday. 16 years old, yeah, we were young and wild and free. Running to the end of that street where we can climb up crooked branches in the dark. Running into the pine tree forest, paint a picture on our hearts. Take a ride this side of town till the sun goes down. Well, I finally found my freedom today. Oh, forget about yesterday. In my backyard, oh, in backyard. Make I can start my life. Oh, I'm a woman carrying this dream, a life for me and you. Always wondered who I'd be if I hadn't stayed in Arizona, girl at heart. We used to climb up crooked branches in the dark, run into the pine tree forest, paint a picture on our hearts. Take a ride this side of town till the sun goes down. Well, I only found my freedom today. Oh, forgot about yesterday. In my backyard. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, Naomi, how are you so awesome?
She's got to put her earphones back on first.
What did
All right,
Did you say I'm awesome?
Naomi.
Well, thank you.
I asked, how are you so awesome?
I didn't know I was so awesome. If you say I'm awesome,
Well-
I'll take it.
All right, well, now that we're in our second round, we could take a little bit of time between songs. So before we move on to Mike, let's spend a little time to get to know Naomi. So I think the way that we first crossed paths was a while ago. It was like a year ago. And I think
Yeah.
you reached out to me, right? You saw one of these streams that we were doing, and you were basically like, could I be on it? And I checked out some of
Pretty
your
much.
tunes, and you were awesome. So I said, yes. And then there was so much demand that it took, I think, 8 or 9 months to get you for your turn on the schedule to come around. So
That's
thank you.
okay.
Thank
It's
you for your
I'm
interest. Thank you for your
honored.
patience.
Yeah, thanks for keeping me on your list for so long, and I was, I had you on my calendar for a long time, so I'm really grateful to be a part of this. And you are awesome. But I just think this whole thing is really great that you do, and it gives us a platform to perform. What could be better? So thanks so much. Yay.
Well, it's interesting. Well, since you mentioned this platform, this was basically the only option for many months during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then when live venues started opening up again, we had such a good time doing this. The 18 months, we decided to keep it going, even as we've returned to live gigs and whatnot. So, how about you? How are you finding a balance between performing in person and doing stuff like this these days?
To be honest, anything I've done in person, I try to do it outdoors because I'm a little bit of a nervous Naomi, a nervous Nelly, whatever, about coronavirus and everything.
Oh,
But
yeah. Good
Sure.
idea.
vaccine, yes. Performing in closed public spaces, no. But yeah, I've done a couple of like outdoor things, outdoor gigs, a couple outdoor festivals, and a lot of these online streams. Is I say a lot more than I thought I would. And I've got now. I was talking to you guys before, but the equipment we kind of all had to like step up our game in that sense because of this crazy time we live in. But I think it'd be the new normal, and I think this is a great thing. We can see each other more because not everyone even can go out, to see performances in general. So I just think online is a great way to go and keep it going. But yeah, finding a balance is always hard. I have a full-time job too, and then like music, I want that to be my full-time, and it's a juggling act. You get it. It's a juggling act.
Oh, absolutely.
But I wouldn't have it any other way.
It wasn't clear to me from some of your social media presence, but it looks like you split your time between New York and another place. Is that true? Or are you full-time here in New York?
I am full-time here, but I travel a lot. I'm from Tucson, Arizona, represent Southern Arizona. But yeah, I go like home as often as I can because I find a lot of inspiration there, and I'm a very nostalgic songwriter, so I don't know why, but whenever I go home, I end up coming back with like a bunch of songs. I don't know, something about
That's pretty awesome.
being there.
Wow.
It's magic. Yeah.
I wish I felt that way about where I grew up. I don't feel that way about it at all.
Where are you from? Where'd you
I'm from
go?
Long Island. Long
Oh,
Island.
Long
It's very-
Island.
I mean, it's a very comfortable, nice place to grow up, but it doesn't have culture. It doesn't have, I don't have the same kind of nostalgia, I think, for it.
Oh my gosh.
For my backyard that you have for your backyard. I'm
Oh
sure.
gosh. It
Well,
is
whatever
weird
it
coming
is-
from a lot of like space, and now coming into New York City with no space, it's definitely a big difference. I miss the big skies, but Long Island's great, so
Yeah, yeah.
I like
I'm not
it.
knocking
Well,
it.
well, keep on going back to Tucson and keep writing those songs that it inspires. And then speaking of upgrading your equipment, our friend James Beckham, another singer-songwriter, while you were performing, chimed in on the comments and said, "Your microphone is awesome."
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love my Edwina. It's Ear Trumpet Lab. It's a full singer's favorite friend, I would say. Like it's just great for a singer-songwriter, for a singer instrument to mic it, and it was a worthwhile
Sounds great.
investment.
Absolutely.
What is it called
And
again? It's an Ear Trumpet Lab?
Ear Trumpet Labs is the brand, and then it's the microphone. Yeah, that's the name of it. But there's also a bunch of others for like multiple bands or like larger bills and stuff.
Cool. Thanks for that.
Cool.
All right, very, very good. Before we move on to Mike, who's been waiting patiently, just a shout out to a new friend, Shigari. And Shigari said hello to us on YouTube during your song. I apologize if I am mispronouncing your name, but welcome. We hope that we live up to the hype and that you enjoy tonight's performers. All right, well, we'll be hearing from Naomi again. When the circle goes around, you'll get at least a couple more songs from her. And now we'll move on to the real-life superhero, Mike Tirado.
Before you start, Mike, where did you get your inspiration for the name of your music act?
Well, as a kid, I was absolutely enamored with many things, but one of them being superheroes. I always found more of an interest in things that were not actually on this world and not possible and not realistic and
I like
more
that.
fun and kind of somewhere else. So I was constantly wearing superheroes, going to the movies, like shaving it into the back of my head, like Captain America symbol, like everything that I could think to do. And,
It's awesome.
And then later on, the name kind of changed into something else for me as far as what it means, but maybe we'll get to that later. But
Sure.
baseline, I love, I'm totally down for for superhero stuff.
Phil's a big fan too, so he'll talk your
Yeah.
ear off in a short
we
bit.
have a little bit. Yeah, so
We have to compare notes on Spider-Man No Way Home later.
I hear it's
give me a
good.
little bit because I haven't seen it and I have to catch up on a couple other things, but I will.
Oh man.
And James Beckham says hi to you.
Hey James. Oh, there he is. Of course I remember you, man. How are you doing? Hopefully well. All right, so here's a Mike song. Here's a real life superhero song. It's a bit different than, it's not Billy inspired. This song's a victory, a very, very, very hard earned victory that took many, many, many months, but it's a victory nonetheless. You take from me, but this is your last warning. I got it all figured out. You break from me with all your pieces on the floor, lying there for me to think about. I know that you love when I come running to answer the calls that you put out. I know I'm not all that in touch with my emotions, but I hope you already know that you use me. Now I finally open my eyes, and I'm sorry, but I won't bury myself tonight. Now I finally found somebody who can catch me when I fall, and I'm all wrapped up in my new adventures, and I don't miss you at all. You say to me that you're independent, that's me that you can do without. But you're falling your knees whenever I take too long to come and see you or I speak too loud. And I'm not fine having this time and space to be myself or even think about. And if I cared enough, maybe one day I would write you to say, yeah, use me. Now I finally open my eyes, and I'm sorry, but I won't bury myself tonight. Now I finally found somebody who can catch me when I fall, and I'm all wrapped up in my new adventures, and I don't miss you at all. This is about a relationship where ended really, really, really badly, and I was stuck thinking it was all my fault, 150%. So one day I started kind of looking back after I made it out alive and realized, wait a minute, I don't think this is quite what it seems. Actually, she sucks. You use me, now I finally open my eyes, and I'm sorry, but I won't bury myself alive. Now I finally found somebody who can catch me when I fall, and I'm all wrapped up in my new adventures. Don't miss you at all. Now I finally open my eyes, and I'm sorry, but I won't bury myself alive. And this is what I have to do to forget about you, but I don't miss you at all. Thanks.
Woo!
Yeah. Felt the exuberance in that song. Yeah.
It's funny because when I wrote it, I was only starting the process of undoing all the damage of what had happened. but I was looking to the future and being like, I know deep down one day I'm going to be happy that I left that, and eventually it came months and months later.
Yeah, look at
It's
you.
a fun-
You got rid of the bad, and you got a good song out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I got one thing out of that terrible 6 months, it was a good song. It's a good song or two, so I'll take it.
That's great. Yeah, I kind of use songwriting all the time to self-medicate, or as like, not just
Definitely.
not just as like, hey, look how clever I am. I'm writing this song and I'm creative, but it's actually like a resource at our disposal to process and work through our experiences, gain a perspective, or process something.
So this was like four or so years ago, and you may have noticed one of the first lines was me saying, I know I'm not all that in touch with my emotions, but I know what's going on. And at that time, I really didn't know how to put anything that was happening to me into words, other than in maybe like a pretty shiny way inside a song. So exactly what, you're talking about here.
And that song does one of my favorite things that songs could do, where you have kind of the spoken word bit in the middle. Now,
Yeah.
is that a canned speech where you say the same words every time, or do you kind of
Well,
improv what you say?
that's a great question. It actually changes based on the setting. Here, I had an idea of what I was going to say, a very vague idea, and it's the theme is the same, the talking points are the same, but the way it actually comes out is different. However, I should say this: when I play this song like the way that I meant it to be heard, fully full band, me jumping around with the microphone, I actually do an impression of my ex saying all the things that she said to me at that
Wow.
part.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, but I didn't quite feel that was the vibe this time, because I didn't want to scream at myself in her voice just now. But
But to me,
All right, well-
even at an almost deeper level, it's like we make ourselves vulnerable in our relationships, and if you're with the wrong person, or if it's just not gelling, it's like they really can like traumatize you. It's one of those things where you make yourself vulnerable to be connected to somebody, but there's always that risk.
Word, good song. Risk, trauma.
All right, so if you're tuning in from home, thank you for watching. This is the Songwriter Stream. We're here the third Tuesday of every month. We're talking with Mike Tirado, who just performed. What's the name of that song, Mike?
I'm calling it either Used Me or Bury Myself Alive. Let's go with Bury Myself Alive for now.
So, by the fact that you haven't settled on a final name, I take it that's not available for us to listen to
yet.
anywhere online yet?
Not yet, sir. On its
All
way.
right, so
Can't
all
wait.
right, so you guys got to chase down Mike and see him live if you want to hear that again. And Mike, I'll just tell quickly how I met you. In the before times, I had a monthly show at a cool venue in Staten Island, a speakeasy called Amendment 18, and I was charged with every month to fill up this speakeasy with talented singer-songwriters. So Mike was a guest of one of our performers who had a medical emergency right before the show, so Mike took over her set as a last-minute fill-in and proceeded to blow us all away. So Mike has been a good friend since that day. We've had him back many times. And then, of course, at the last year, when our friend Rory DeLasno and I recorded the song Happy and filmed the video, we decided that we needed, no one wanted to look at Rory and I for the full length of the video. The director said we need a good-looking male and female romantic lead to be the focal point of this video. And we were like, we know a good-looking guy with good screen presence. And Mike became our video star. So thank you so much for being part of the Happy video. And glad to have you back in any context.
Absolutely, man. I love hanging out with you.
All right, so Mike Tirado, the real-life superhero. Up next is myself. My name is Phil Robinson. My next song is going to feature harmonica. And I don't mind when I sing. This is still my COVID hair. I have not yet chopped off my hair. It's fine singing with it, but whenever I do a harmonica song, I got to keep my hair from going in the holes of the harmonica. So this is not a Christmas song. It will just look Christmassy.
Hey, very smart.
It's Christmas.
Oh yeah,
But I
usually you
figure-
have like a regular like a hat on, regular hat. I remember that.
Usually I throw on my bandana.
Oh,
But
right.
I figure if you can't wear a Santa hat on December 21st, when can you?
Right.
All right, so when I just chat with you guys, I seem to have a very happy, positive disposition, but in reality, I am very tortured and prone to deep self-loathing and trying to escape from my own skin. It's like we're almost constitutionally wired to not be in the moment that we're in the moment that we're in it. That's definitely my tendency, and this is a song about kind of embracing that challenge and trying to make some progress with it. This is called Arrival, and it's basically about trying to arrive in the present moment. Tonight, I face my fears tonight. Tonight, I'll stay right here tonight. Tonight, it all comes down tonight. Tonight, I stand my ground tonight. I was running from the world those years, scared for my survival. I was clinging to a wall I held dear and longed for my arrival. I was running from myself those years, deep in my denial. Now I choose to stand right here and work for my arrival. Tonight, it all comes down tonight. Tonight, if I lose, it's still alright. I was hiding from myself those years in a downward spiral. I avoided all I couldn't bear, yet longed for my arrival. I was always only kind of halfway there, deep in my denial. Now I choose to stand right here and work for my I should be. I was running from the world those years, scared for my survival. Now I stand before you, all is clear, blessed in my arrival. I was running from myself those years, deep in my denial. Now I stand before you, all is clear, blessed in my, 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 blessed in my arrival. Tonight, I'm right where I should be.
Yeah, Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
I love that concept because there are so many different things that do keep us from being vulnerable and taking in wherever we're at. And it feels like 1,000 different things sometimes. It's like, oh, what if I don't come off the way I want to come off? Or what if I'm not good enough in general? Or whatever it is. And sometimes it's hard to figure out, like, what is that fear that is keeping us? But, you know, striving towards the arrivals, name of the game.
So relatable. You're such a great songwriter, Phil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Phil.
thank you,
I also
Naomi.
like how the song comes full circle. Like, it starts off with this gentle riff, and then it comes back at the end. Totally different tempo. It's like, we began, and then we arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of felt right to have that circle. I'm in the middle of recording that song, and Jason Vitelli has scored and arranged some beautiful strings to go along with the guitar and vocal. It sounds
Yeah, you really can
fantastic.
exploit that sort of build, and it really It really brings it out even more, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to hear it develop.
I can't wait to share this recording with the world with Jason's beautiful string arrangement.
Thank you.
You know, in my experience about what the song is about, I think I tend to have like an obsessive / addictive personality, and what I've discovered in my life is it's almost arbitrary what one is addicted to. It's sort of like you get over the one thing, you can kind of refrain from doing this particular thing, but then there's the tendency, you still have the tendency to like escape yourself, and you just kind of latch on to the next arbitrary thing or the next arbitrary thing. The real tendency is to sort of not follow that impulse to escape, to just be in whatever unpleasant moment or emotion you're feeling and just kind of sit with it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what I was trying to get at a little bit with that song. Thank you so much for listening and for your feedback. And we will continue to Jason Vitelli's turn. Take it away, Jason.
Yes. I just have to say, I always have so much fun doing these, even after a long day. It's, obviously it's not the same as being in person, but, there's the sharing aspect of it, the playing in front of, even if it's virtual people, but at least with also your music community. It really always makes me feel great. So thank you all for bringing your music to me. I really feel, blessed to be a part of it. So thank you. Let's see. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Let's see. So this song is sort of, it's about that moment. It's been a while since I felt this way because I've been married for a few years and been in the same relationship, but it's about, the first state, wanting to make a great first impression. So it's called Suit. Patience never bid me well, shoves me into a corner. No response, so must call on her and make this time illuminate. I'll make it shine for free. Will she shine for me? And maybe I'll discover once in a while a little piece of heaven latent in a smile. And maybe I could wrench free any moment I wish. Box it up, put it in the best suit I could find. While pacing to and fro, I decided to take a shower. Spindly cold does not bother. Razor clears my scuffed malaise. She wake me into Ramus. Could she be my Venus? And maybe this will all last more than a day. And a little piece of treasure will surface in our wake. Maybe I could wrench free any moment I wish. Box it up, put it in the best suit I could find. Maybe this will all last more than a day. And a little piece of treasure surfacing our wake. Maybe I'll discover once in a while a little piece of heaven latent in a smile. Maybe I could wrench free any moment I wish. Box it up, put it in the best suit I could find. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Your speaking voice translates very interestingly into your singing voice.
Yeah, you know, it's weird because I think, you know, writing lyrics is such an intimate, odd activity because sometimes the lyrics come first and then the song. Sometimes the song comes first, then the lyrics. And you get like a very different product depending on what happens. I feel like more of the time I sound like I'm singing more like my speaking voice probably when I'm writing the lyrics first. I feel like a lot of folk artists do that because it's almost like the music really is such an accompaniment to that. It's not like just about your melody, it's about those words and you're inspired by those words. Whereas a lot of rock music is the other way around. So it doesn't have that speaking quality to it. I don't know if you guys feel the same way about it, but it's a very interesting thing to think about.
That makes a lot of sense considering the entirety of rap music is literally almost spoken, and they put so much emphasis on their lyrics and message. So I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Though rapping is interesting too, because it took me a long time to get into it. It wasn't speaking to me for a long time, and you know what got me into it was the rhythm, the music. There's so much music in rap, in great rap, and I was just it pulled me into the words. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my god, now I get it.
Was it a particular hip hop artist?
It's a crossover. That's what's great about artists that sort of cross over. It's what's his name, the lead singer of Blur. He had that. He still has the group Gorillaz, which is a great project. And he gets these guest rappers, and they're so good. They fit the song so well.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now it's is nothing because I'm counting no age. That's a great song.
Yeah, my wife actually got me into them, and it blew me away. Like, it was just, and it actually got me to start writing more speaking parts too, because the artistry was incredible. And then I started getting into other rap from that point. So that was a great starting point for me, I think.
The gateway.
Yeah.
Speaking of your wife, your mother-in-law Ruth just chimed
I
in
saw
on
that, yeah.
Facebook.
Aw, she's very sweet, very sweet.
Hi, Ruth. Good to
Hi,
see ya.
Ruth. She's a fan of us. She comes and watches the stream every time. So thank you so much. And it looks like Alethea likes my sweatshirt. I think it's mine. That she likes.
Wow, yeah. Aletha liked your song, the start of your song, your sweatshirt. You could do no wrong. Did you ever meet Aletha in person, Jason?
No, only on the stream, actually. I missed her before she left.
She just texted me today to do another stream, so, well, Aletha, we will have you back. We'll just pick a night that we could do.
Awesome.
And then James Beckham has been chiming in all night. Good to see you, James. And we will continue right along. Jason, before we move on to Victor's song, is there any deep, meaningful nugget of wisdom from your soul that you want to share with our audience at home before we move on to Victor?
I wish there was, but I don't have any deep nuggets in there. It's all bone dry. It's bone dry. It's all used up.
Jason's all tapped out for the moment. All right, on your next turn.
You can tell also, I just love how, it's, how are you so awesome? Then comes to one of us, and it's like, what's the meaning of life? Quick, you have 5 seconds. Go.
Making the other participants in the chat as uncomfortable as possible it makes for really good viewing at home.
Yeah, and you get to have fun too. Let's not factor out the human quality to it. Speaking of you, Phil, I'll do one of the songs that I wrote that you like on a guitar of mine that you like. How do I want to do this? Nope. Can you hear that all right?
Yeah.
Wholesome sound.
I see your pain slip away, but you know more than I. You saw your doom in her bedroom when she fixed you with her eyes, and cried the fall of Troy was but some great toy with its flesh like strings unwound. To the move of your hips when the honey drips, it leaves my body bound. There's something in the water that's doing me no good. It ain't fixing my body like you said it would. Can't you feel my own heart's blood beating just for you? 'Cause I want you. no good, Sir Robin Hood, with your suitcase all full of tags. Your bow and your quiver and your daylight shiver, and the woman you keep on the rack. When my love is curt, my body she hurts like a bird without the sky. Below that door, there's a hurt before. I guess I'm just a sad kind of guy. Something in the water that's doing me no good. It ain't fixing my body like you said it would. Can't you see my own heart's blood running just for you? 'Cause I want you.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
I shared the link with everybody, your guitar website.
Oh, thank you.
That is one of your guitars, correct? That one of your
Yes,
artists'
yes.
friends had designed the
Yes,
front
I'm
of it.
starting a line where I'm just sending bodies to artists and saying, do whatever you want. And
That's a
so
great
far,
idea.
it's been fun.
Can you get like a close look at it? Would you hold it up?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is done by a cartoonist by the name of Andy Finkel. He's into really like Mothman and cryptoids, and he just said, "I'm stuffing it full of cryptoids." And I said, "Okay, cool." So there's Bigfoot, and Mothman,
It's
Lizard
amazing.
Man, and yeah, and
And this
cool guy.
So colorful.
And
That's
it's
your 9-string special. right?
Yes, yes. So this is modeled after what Big Joe Williams, who's a blues master, did. And the story goes that he didn't like people playing his guitar, so he just kept adding tuners through the headstock. I think that story's cute, and but I think it kind of... I get why it's the story, but there's a science behind it, because he would do bass runs on the thicker strings and then do slide licks on the unison strings. I have this set up in open D. He would do open G. He wrote "Baby Please Don't Go," or rather, he arranged it because it's a traditional. But the original version, he would do those slide licks on those double strings, and I think it sounds fantastic.
The chorusing, I hear like that chorusing effect, and that's really just the unison strings working together.
Yeah. Not because I like 12 strings, but sometimes they can be a little too in your face.
Yeah.
And I
I
kind of
like
like
that.
this because it sits in kind of like a weird, funky, hollow spot. And also, just as a gimmick, when you're doing a show, if you're playing in front of another guitarist, they stick around and ask, why do you have 9 strings? And then they've stayed for your set. You won. No.
That Victor, I'll say it again. That's my favorite song of yours.
Thank you so much.
It needs some harmonica though. So
We can chat. Give me a call.
I
We
know
can
one.
chat. I was in the studio. Victor and I are each recording our separate albums at the moment, but in the same recording studio. So every day we're there, the recording engineer is like, "Oh, Victor's coming in tomorrow," and then on Sunday, Steve was like, "Phil, you really gotta get Victor to put your harmonica on the album," and I was like, "I know, I want to play on his Something in the Water song." So.
Well, did he
consider
play-
this
'cause-
part of my campaign?
I think that was the last one that I actually recorded. So we'll chat and we'll figure it out. It'll sound
All right.
be a fun time.
All right.
All right, so if you have just been tuning in from home, this is the Songwriter Stream. We are here every month, the third Tuesday of the month, and Niolka, my girlfriend, just chimed in with appreciation for Victor's song, and I am sad to report Niolka, aka Munko, is homesick with COVID. She
Oh, no.
was diagnosed yesterday, had a positive test yesterday, and is in bed home with a fever and aches and a headache and coughs and vaccinated, so hopefully the symptoms won't get more severe, but we are all thinking about you, and
feel
sending
better.
Get better
love
soon.
and good wishes. And thank you so much for tuning in on the live stream. So, all right. That was Victor. We have one last round. We've gone around the circle twice. Kicking off our third and final round, another song from Naomi.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, I hope that Niolka feels better. It's amazing that she's tuned in, even with all the, bad feelings right now with the sickness and stuff. It's crazy times we live in, y'all. I wanted to say, too, I'm feeling so blessed to be with such amazing songwriters. You guys are so awesome, and I've really been vibing. I've been kind of like, yeah, like this whole time to everyone's songs. Okay, this next song I have here is a newer one. It's also written about Tucson, Arizona, my hometown. A little bit of a different kind of style for me, but hope you like it. It's called Until 3. There's a trail into the canyon, up above the dust and clouds, where the road comes to an end. And if you simply turn around, you're on top of the world for a minute. The horizon doesn't seem so distant, yet it stays with me forever. I see those ridges when I close my eyes. One fateful night, as we cast our dreams out into the stars, we were laughing so hard, holding hands, and wondering how we got this far, and who we are. I know a place where I can sit and ponder, at the top of the hill looking out at the sparkling sea. The twinkling lights of town will shine before us, and we can stay up there together until 3. In the cold night air, her long copper hair dancing with the wind, combing her hands. My best friends, I never saw you then. Now is it too late to take the road back to you again? I know a place where I can sit and ponder, at the top of the hill looking down at the sparkling sea. The twinkling lights of town will shine before us, and we can stay up there together until 3. Oh, I'd give anything to have another night together as the sun goes down, dancing around. Take it all in the sweet moonlight, being kids because it feels right to be right next to you and take in that view. I know a place where I can sit and ponder, at the top of the hill looking down at the sparkling sea. The twinkling lights of town will shine before us, can stay up there together until the in the cold night air, her long copper hair dancing with the wind, combing her hands. Thank you.
I feel like I'm on a porch with a plane in front of me, and I can hear like the pleasant sound of kind of bugs flying by, and like a cart with some kind of like horse pulling it, or a backyard in Tucson. It
That's
feels
so cool.
amazing. Yeah.
I love that it does that for you. That's amazing.
Yeah, you're writing, like your words, your singing, and your playing together just transport me to a whole world. You know, it really takes you to
That's
another
awesome.
place.
That's exactly what I try to do. That's amazing. Like, I think songs like a good novel should take you somewhere else and put you in a place that you feel like it's real. You can touch it, taste it, smell it. Yeah, that's my favorite thing about songwriting, and I really try to achieve that. You know who really inspires me is a great songwriter, Anna Tivel, if you've heard of her. It's like listening to, I don't know, an audiobook or something, but then she's like singing. I don't know, her stories are bananas. It's so awesome. But yeah, thanks guys.
Anna Tivel,
Yeah.
Anna
I'm not
Tivel.
familiar. I'll have to check her out.
Yeah, she's so awesome.
We're going to move on to Mike in just a quick moment, but before we do, please tell all of our viewers at home the best way to find out more about your music.
Oh, sure. Well, the best way to keep up with me is probably on Instagram. So my handle is at Naomi_musicofficial, but you can find my latest track on Spotify. It's called Old Mountain Road. It's the first song I played, and that's my first single in the lead up to the debut Tucson, Arizona focused album. So yes, more transporting to be done hopefully with that album. But yeah, please come say hi, everybody. It's so awesome to be here and to see and read all your comments, and to be with such incredibly talented company.
Well, thank you so much. So Naomi Vernon, check her out on Instagram, listen on Spotify, and let's join us in anticipating her album coming soon. All right, let's move on to the real life superhero, our friend and yours, Mike Tirado.
Hello again. This is pretty fun. I've never done a round robin trading songs and talking. I love being able to give feedback and get feedback. It's like a really nice back and forth. The next song I'm going to play is on the piano, and the piano represents the time in my life when I couldn't bring out the energy to play the guitar. Because the guitar for me was always super fun and super rockin', and I would always jump around and play very victorious or exuberant music. But I didn't feel like that at this point. I felt a different way. So I started playing the piano, and I found that the instrument was as sensitive as I was feeling. So this was one of the songs that I wrote on here, and it was a really, really tough one to write, to sing, to think about. Right now it's called Davis Avenue, which is a street on Staten Island. Pulled up the first day to the wrong address. I tried to be cool, made you laugh instead. Never thought that I'd find someone who could give the patience and time to the mess in my head. Hold on to the girl you know and give her more love than she's ever known. And when she makes you feel like everything is better than at home, make sure she knows. Spent 3 months away, but it wasn't your fault. When I saw you again, I thought we'd have it all. So I poured my whole heart out just to get us on track. But you fell for the bottle, you weren't coming back. Hold on, 'cause she wants to go. But give her more love than she's ever known. And when her eyes don't recognize you, 'cause she's trying to let go, save it for the long drive home. You were homeless on your birthday, was a knife through my chest. But all I could do was just hope for the best. So I let you go sadly, and you found someone else. Never fall for somebody who don't love herself. Thanks.
Stunning. Wow.
Wow.
That's absolutely stunning. That is so moving, that song. I love it. It's really, that line, like, don't fall for someone who doesn't love herself, is, it's a killer.
Yeah.
That every molecule of that song from beginning to end had me riveted. Like even the silent, like the stillness and the silence between.
In fact, yeah, the silence
Yeah.
was even more. It brought you even closer to it, the intimacy of it. So, yeah, that's fantastic.
Totally agree.
Was that lighting thing intentional?
I triggered it with my left foot while my right foot was on the sustain pedal. No, it's...
Oh, because that was perfectly timed. I'm like, oh man, how long have I been doing this? And I never thought to actually mess around with pyrotechnics. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no.
No.
Keep that in your set if you're doing this stuff online, because that was just like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And then you just kind of came out, and it was at one of those perfect moments. It was great.
Yeah, it was
great.
timed. It was actually timed.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what that was? I can tell you what it was. So in tandem with this cube light I have over here, I opened up a pink background on my monitor just to give off some pink light, and I hadn't refreshed it, in a minute. So just at that moment, it went to my screensaver, which is also pink, but it's like amorphous and like moving. So that's the secret to my my light secret. Yeah.
Well, if you can put that lightning in a bottle and use it, I think you got something. That's great.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a tough song. It puts me in a weird spot.
Phil's putting his fire back on. He's inspired.
All right. Yeah, that song was okay. I think the ending with the fast piano, I think it needed more explosions, but yeah, whatever.
Thanks, Phil, for your feedback.
Yeah, if you get some explosions, then maybe we could have you back next time. But it was all right. All right, my turn. So, all right, here we go. Well, here's a song about I guess feeling old and accumulating so much crap. Like, we just accumulate so much crap in our lives. It kind of takes over our lives, whether it's clutter in your apartment and you still have objects that you had from when you were 20 years ago, or it's attitudes that we retain that we've sort of outgrown, or we're still participating in relationships or situations that have nothing to do with who we are now. We just sort of accumulate so much crap. This is a song about that. This is called Fire and Stone. Lay it down here in the circle of stone. I offer it up to the fire's light to purge away all the things I've outgrown. I'll burn away all the things I don't need. Set them on fire, set myself free. Discard what's old, just burn it away to make room for the new right now on this brand new day. Now I saw myself as a bitter man. All the bitterness did was lead me astray. And I know I'm still an angry man. And I wish I could burn this anger away. Just throw it on top and feed the fire as I watch the smoke rise higher and higher. Walk myself right to the edge of the flame while the ashes of all that I was just burn away. 'Cause I know these things I've outgrown. I'll stand right now and build my house of fire and stone. Fire and stone. They rob me of sight, they shackle my bones. Pages all stacked up, so dusty, so dry. They block out the light, they keep me alone. They keep me away from the things that are true. They build up a wall between me and you. They lock me away from my best self, while my heart and my soul gather dust way up on the shelf. 'Cause I know these things I've outgrown. I'll stand right now and build my house of fire and stone. Fire and stone, fire and stone, fire and burn away, 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 burn away. 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 All the things that leave you blind. All the things that leave you behind. All the things that take a piece of your soul. Today I find a better way. Today I burn it all away. Strike the match like the flame and burn away all. 'Cause I know these things I've outgrown. I'll stand right now and build my house, fire and stone. Stand right now and build my house of fire and stone.
Yeah.
What an awesome stance.
Yeah.
Phil, I really like your stance when you're playing. It's ready for action, delivering the action.
Oh my god, that's so true. He was so like in the right pose, and then with the fire in the background, like it's great.
Oh, thank you. That is one I haven't performed in a couple of years. Thank you. I like what Mike said earlier, or not the most recent song, the one before that, or two before that, about the ex-girlfriend that usually you perform it with your band and you get to like jump around on stage. And that's very similar to what I get to do with this song when I play this with my band. There's something about playing with a band where you have the drums going and it's very liberating. Like when you yourself are creating the music at the keyboard or the guitar, you're a little bit constrained. But there's a real physicality to the music making. It's like cathartic, singing, but just some motions and positions you stand in or whatever are just as much a part of the writing of the song as any of the words or the melody or what have you. So that's a song that's just, it's such a release to perform live. Yeah, so thank you
Nothing
for
like a full
picking
band.
up on that.
Yeah. But it's very effective what you do solo. Just like how the band has a certain presence, you're creating a presence by how you stand and perform it as a solo artist. So it's very
thank you.
effective.
That's something that's something we've done so many of these streams and had so many artists, and I think I'm the only person. I'm not saying this is good or bad or better or worse. It's just apparently rare. Most everyone who does the live streams with us performs while sitting down.
Yep.
I noticed that.
Sitting down while playing music is such an alien concept to me, I cannot even conceive of it. It would be like if you said, let's go play a football game, and then you take out your lawn chairs and you're playing football sitting on chairs, tossing the ball back and forth. It's like, it's such a vigorous, athletic, your body is ready for action kind of activity. I don't know how you're supposed to sit down and do it.
I mean,
couldn't
everyone.
agree more.
Well, I don't know. I don't agree. For every one of us, it's different. I mean, I know.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I first started on piano where, all you do is sit and play. But it's an interesting thing depending on how you approach it. Sometimes you almost forget you're there, and it doesn't matter if you're sitting or standing, if you're in the moment. But I do agree with you that in a song like that, it's very you need to stand, it's not this intimate, quiet, come closer kind of thing. It's like, it really is like I'm making my stand against this. So the context of it to me makes sense. But I know what you mean. The physicality of standing up and playing, it brings about a whole different product. So.
Well, my first response is, you're in my house, it's a plague, you're lucky I'm wearing pants right now. That was my initial gut response. But I really do think it does vary per artist. I mean, if
There's a plague.
Yes. There's a plague, you're in my
I'm
house.
not wearing pants, maybe.
I'm not wearing shoes, you guys are lucky, but other than
I'm
that,
not wearing
other than
shoes.
that, okay,
I'm also
good.
not wearing shoes.
Okay, so I feel less alone. But on a serious note,
as you all know, I do the sound check in my boxer shorts, and then before Jason flips us on live, I put my pants on just in time.
COVID times.
Gonna pay for my therapy for it. The other cool, serious note that I want to say is, if you've ever go and watch performances by Son House and Booker White, and they're sitting down, and the way that Booker White is slamming on that resonator guitar, it's one of the most intense things you'll ever see. So I do think that it varies per. And
of course it varies. That wasn't a judgment. That was
I
just
know.
To me, it's such an alien.
I
concept.
took it as a judgment, and now I am ready to. I don't know.
So much
All
to
right,
say.
Victor.
I lost my energy.
Victor,
Lost my train of thought.
you are up. Save some of your energy for the performance of your song, which is next.
Oh, one more thing I want to say about that.
It's Jason.
What was I going to say?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
next.
it's Jason.
But one more thing I was going to say about that. Playing horn, since I play saxophone, that makes a huge difference, standing versus sitting. And there's a reason why, like, even when you have a huge ensemble, when it's a horn player's turn to solo, they stand up. Like you make it. It's somehow you need to, like, with a horn especially, you got to make a statement standing up. I don't know, it's something about it.
Now I feel like we're getting into the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode of why stand when you can sit. We could spend the next several hours debating. But anyway, yeah.
Jason, hit us with a song.
All right. I was wondering what I should do. I was going to do a cover that I've never done before. Maybe I'll do it. Why not? It's a challenging tune, so if my voice cracks, forgive me. Lord, I know there's someone out there who can understand and who's feeling the same way as me. I'm 24 and I've got everything to live for, but I know now that it wasn't meant to be. All have been won and all has been lost, and there's nothing left for us to save. And now I know that I don't want to be alone today. And if you find that you are feeling just the same, call me now, it's alright. It's just the end of the world. You'll need a friend in the world, 'cause you can't hide. So call and I'll be right there. If your intentions are pure, seeking a friend for the end of the world. I've got a photograph and I'll send it off today, and you will see that I am perfectly sane. Not for a lifetime or forever and a day, for we know now that just won't be the case. So call me now, it's alright. It's just the end of the world. You'll need a friend in the world, 'cause you can't hide. So call and I'll be right there. If your intentions are pure, seeking a friend for the end of the world. There'll be no commitment and no confessions and no little secrets to keep. No little children or houses with roses. It's just the end of the world and me. 'Cause all that's been won and all that's been lost, and there's nothing left for us to save. We could be together when they blow it all away, and we can share in every moment that it breaks. So call me now, it's alright. It's just the end of the world. You'll need a friend in the world, 'cause you can't hide. So call and I'll be right there. If your intentions are pure, seeking a friend for the end of the world. That's always a song I wanted to play. I don't know if any of you recognize the artist. Bit of
I
a
do
deep
not.
cut.
Can we get a
I
hint?
know that song.
Let's see. Maybe I could. I don't know if I could do another impression of him. Chris Cornell. It's Chris Cornell.
Okay.
From his first solo album.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't place the artist, but I know that song and I really like it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful album, actually. Most of his music I can't really sing because his voice is like,
super high.
but that one I always wanted to sing. So
I have a question for
So-
you, actually, because you're quite good at it. So I'm wondering what percentage of your effort or brain is going towards playing guitar versus singing versus just performing in general.
it depends.
Is that
It depends where I am with the song. So with this one, I probably could have been more practice. So I was really focusing a lot on my voice, and the guitar stuff I kind of was getting through. I think ideally I wouldn't be thinking of anything. But this particular song, because it's like right by my break, I'm really thinking about work placement and in that technical aspect of it. But ideally, I shouldn't be thinking of that.
That sounds
Aletha
great,
is
by the way.
Aletha is demanding that you do your Chris Cornell impression.
I don't know. I wasn't thinking. Wait. Well, I guess I could just do another. Wait. Whatsoever I fear has. Well, that's me singing Chris Cornell. What do you think?
Can you change your voice?
Can I change my? I can't. I'm gonna break my rusty cage.
Okay. Not bad.
All right. That was for you, Aletha. All right. Let's move right along to Victor.
Cool.
Rounding out our
Sure
third
thing.
round of songwriters for tonight.
I will do. Thing about writing a holiday song is that you only get a small window to perform it. There's no. I don't have a follow up to that statement. It's just. Words
Are you
coming
doing
out
a
of my
holiday
mouth.
song?
Yes, I will do a holiday song because I realize this is my last thing before Christmas. Sundown on Tinseltown, there's no more saviors coming around, no more hiding when the church bells chime. Beneath the garland and the mistletoe, Grandpa's sleeping down below, he's waiting on the judgment time. I wish there was the buttons on your coat, but now I feel like a sinking boat and I just don't know what to do. But now all that I want for Christmas, all that I want for Christmas is to find my way back to God and you. Goes to present and Christmas past, they've finally made it to the ball at last. They twist beneath those starlight chandeliers. Come on baby, step on my feet and we'll watch all the pretty little lovers meet. It's so sweet when the storyline is clear. A beehive feel a length of chain like a carol inside my brain. I think that's why you make me blue. But now all that I want for Christmas, all that I want this Christmas is to find my way back to God. And you, and you, and you. Something like that.
Yay! It's like a Christmas holiday love song. That was
Yeah,
so cute.
Someone said, Victor, you can't make a holiday song sound like your whiny self, and I said, hold my beer and watch this. And now
Yeah, I was
have
gonna
that.
say it's like a romantic holiday love song, existential crisis song.
Yeah.
That other element. Like, I was expecting you to just be like, all I want for Christmas is you. And I'd be like, okay, heard it before. And then there's the find my way back to God, which adds a whole other dimension to it.
Yeah, yeah. You got it. I feel like you've been there. We've all been there at some
All
point.
right. Well, our night is winding down. We have a couple things we're going to do. One, like we do with all Roomful of Sky shows, we are going to take a group photo, but for these live stream events, it tends to be more like a group screenshot. So, Jason, if you could please put us in our good configuration.
Oh yeah, make sure if you're in the top video to go down a little bit. Should we get the two guests on the bottom? What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, let's put the guests together, and we'll be on the
All
top.
right.
If you could swing that. There we go.
All right, now we have to do that.
All right. On the count of 3. 1. Oh, somebody is sending me a message on Instagram, and the thing came up. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
All right. Let me see how that came out, because usually Victor ruins the shot.
Oh, it's Victor
Okay.
always, huh?
Yeah, it's always.
It's a special skill that I have. Phil calls it my face.
All right, Victor. I think we're gonna have to do one more. All right, same thing.
Darn it.
3, 2, 1. Queso. All right. Let's see how that one came out. All right, I think we got it.
Nice.
Holy.
Okay. We're going to have the encore. The encore is we don't have enough time to go around the circle and give all 5 of us one last turn, but we'll get one song each from Naomi and Mike, each of our special guests. Thank you to both of you for joining us this week. But before we give Naomi the big box, just let's do our announcements and our bookkeeping so we could end with the music. You've been watching at home. This is Songwriter Stream put out by Roomful of Sky. While you're watching, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, please like, follow, and subscribe so you can see our monthly stream. We do live events as well. Our next Songwriter Stream, it's always the 3rd Tuesday of every month. So on January 18th, we have Jake Thistle out of New Jersey, and we also have Sophie Collette, an exciting performer who I just saw perform live at the Wavy Awards a couple months ago. So January 18th, 2 brand new musicians to our scene, Jake Thistle and Sophie Collette. And then in addition to our monthly stream, Jason, Victor, and I put on our monthly in-person show. We have a residency at Mary O's in the East Village of Manhattan. That's the second Tuesday. No, the first Tuesday. We have so many shows, I can't keep track. First Tuesday of every month. Due to the current COVID Omicron surge, our January in-person show is going to be another online stream, but we're going to have the same artists. So that's on January 4th, Tuesday, featuring Abigail Lumsden and Emily Gabrielle. All right, so tune in, sign up for all our stuff, and we have 2 more songs for you tonight. We'll do Naomi first, and then a final one from Mike.
Oh my gosh. I guess I'll do one more, but I'm like wondering, should I do something that I just wrote or should I do something older?
Do something you just wrote.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's always fun to audition
Okay.
new stuff on these kind of things.
This is going to be quite the audition here. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Just figure out my chords. Okay, this is one of the songs that I wrote on the plane ride home from my last trip to Tucson, and it's one happy song. I don't write a bunch of happy songs, but this one's kind of more fun. It's called Arizona Sonora. We got sunny days and clear blue skies to get us through these trying times. We walk downtown in flip-flops all year round. Sip a beer out on the patio till sundown. Yeah, we're mighty kind and hard to find in this small city town. But if you're in need, well, yes indeed, grab a chair and stick around. At night it's cold, so bundle up. Let's watch those shooting stars in the Arizona Sonora sparkling desert sky. Well, I'm sure you've heard the tall tales far and wide about critters, rattlesnakes gone wild. They don't call it wildcat country for nothing. You'll never see one on your street unless you're lucky. There's prickly pears, and hell, there might be bears watching from the other side. Yeah, I took you with me way out west, and we stopped the car to look up at the treasure chest. We got sunny days and clear blue skies to get us through these trying times, and we walk downtown in flip-flops all year round. Sip a beer out on the patio till sundown. Yeah, we're mighty kind and hard to find in this small city town. But if you're in need, my friend, indeed, we'll fix you up as good as new. At night it's cold, so bundle up and let's watch those shooting stars in the Arizona, Sonora, sparkling desert sky. Yeah, my best friend's daddy owns that telescope, and the Milky Way is his prize, and photographs her twinkling eyes. At night it's cold, so bundle up. Let's watch those shooting stars in the Arizona, Sonora, Arizona, Arizona, Sonora, sparkling desert sky. Yeah.
That's great.
Literally
Yeah.
so fresh, so new.
It's so cool because you know the context that you've just been on the trip to your hometown. So I love how we can kind of connect those together too.
So much Arizona. I'm sorry to overwhelm you guys with all the Arizona.
No, it's awesome. It's great.
But
That one I can
yeah,
see.
I'm kind of excited about that one. It's so fresh. So this was a good way to start working on it.
I could see that
Was
produced
that-
in a very fun way, like a band, you know, catchy, like bopping along, especially the Arizona Sonora part. It's,
Yeah.
like, really. Also, I couldn't
Cool.
stop thinking about it since you mentioned Tucson at the beginning, but like Tucson was put on the map by one of the biggest pop songs in the last 10 years. Do you
Oh,
know
yeah.
that song?
Play that Blink-182 song.
How we beat to death in Tucson. Okay. I just
yeah.
had to get that out.
Yeah. It's finally put my hometown on the map. It's about
There you go.
time, but yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, I have this kind of in my brain as a country song, so I was like, why not? Thanks, guys.
Your song did another thing that is my favorite thing. One of my favorite things that songs do, where you had the one lyric that broke away and you kind of like shouted it rather than sing it.
Like, hell,
Which
there
is,
might be bears.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I
And-
wanted
It
this
was
to
a
be
good
like
moment.
fun. Like, I want people
Yeah.
to be like with their beers like spilling all over the place, like, oh, bears, oh, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, and any moment in a song where you could kind of break the mold and grab people's attention a little bit like that, it's great. So I
Well,
was a
thanks.
fan of that.
Yay.
All right,
been happy.
Naomi, you're awesome. We love you. Nice to meet you virtually.
I
when
love
you're in
you
New York,
guys.
we should feature you one day at one of our live shows. So let's talk about that.
Definitely, I
Also-
would love that. I'd really love to stay in touch with you guys too. Like I already added you on all the socials, so we
Great.
can stay in touch. But I'm really just grateful
Definitely.
to have been here and been in y'all's presence. You're so inspiring. Thank you for all your
Aw.
talents.
You will be forever immortalized on the YouTube video that this will live on
Oh, yeah.
forever. So I hope you liked
Forever.
your performances tonight.
I love them,
Um,
so I don't think you'll be disappointed.
This was a special night.
All right, and now to wrap everything up, one last song from the real life superhero. who may actually be the greatest human being in the history of the universe.
That should be my artist name. That's how I'm betting.
It's a little long, but it has a lot of kick to it. But
Just as
It's
arrogant.
like the quite possibly in front of it too. It kind of grabs
Quite
you.
possibly.
Yeah. I always like some doubt in my band titles. Anyway, I'm sorry. Please continue.
That's okay. Anyway, so this is the last song I'm going to play. It's a very hard song. It's one that is important to me, though, because I wrote it when I thought I would never write music again. And I was at war with myself in many different ways. And this is what came out of it on a subway in New York. And I thought of some words, and it got me really emotional, so I was like, you got to write it, man. It's actually going to be my debut single. It's in the final rounds of engineering. Finally, I'm getting some music out after this long, and it's, I say that already? It's called Beautiful Tragic Mess, but I call it BTM because that title is super dramatic. Let's do it. I remember the first time I felt I was a stranger to my own bed. I hugged my father in the bathroom, crying. I was terrified of my own head. I couldn't see past the long way I fell, and I was sure this would be my end. I was coming to terms with who I am, I just didn't know it then. I've been a wreck, I've been depressed, I've been a beautiful tragic mess. I've taken my faults, I've tried to resist all the things I knew would help me to win. So if your hurt is strong and you kinda wish that it would all leave if you flipped a switch, just know that I'll find if you try your best. One day it all begins to make sense. 23 and telling my best friend I got nowhere to go but down. I wasn't meant to be happy, I might have been before, there's none of it left now. Now I'm on the rise, giving my very best, and I haven't seen him in months. Sometimes the people that are closest to you are the ones you need to distance from. And I've been a wreck, I've been depressed, I've been a beautiful tragic mess. I've taken my faults, I've tried to resist all the things I knew would help me to win. So if your hurt is strong and you kinda wish that it would all leave if you flipped the switch, just know that I'm fine if you try your best. One day it all begins to make sense. So don't give up. For all the days you spent lonely and wishing if only someone could save me from myself. Put yourself first, friend, cause you are so worth it, and I don't wanna see you give in. I've been a wreck, I've been depressed, I've been a beautiful tragic mess. But what I find is if you try your best, one day it all begins to make sense. And I've been a wreck, I've been depressed, I've been a beautiful tragic mess. I've taken my faults, I've tried to resist all the things I knew would help me to win. So if your hurt is strong and you kinda wish that it would all leave if you flipped a switch, just know that I'm fine if you try your best. One day it all begins to make sense. So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wowza. That song is so important, and it's another just not just a tearjerker, but like it has the positive note, don't give up. And I mean, it's just really important for anyone who's struggling with anxiety or depression, and I love it. Yeah.
You could tell the song actually pulled you out of it. It's like you're telling yourself all these things, and you're actually like emerging out of that cocoon. That's kind of awesome that a song you could feel that from the song.
Yeah, totally agree.
Also puts me in a weird place. But you know what? I was listening to it at the time. I was listening to a certain artist I'm not going to name, and he had a lot of songs that kind of were communicating like, I don't really know what's wrong, you know, I'm having a tough time. And I just wanted to say to this guy, like, listen, man, you can do it. Like, try your best, get the help that you need, take the proper steps, and it's not impossible. Especially like people from a lot of people from my generation just are carrying this like confusion and like feelings of frustration or just kind of like a big ball of darkness that we just thought up in our heads. And it's like, look, take the right steps and get your mind right, and you can beat it. Like, I promise. That's basically my message.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're a real life superhero.
Yeah, it's a great name for your like songwriting too. But especially now in this busy time, there's more people struggling with mental health than ever before, and that is a song to spread around to the masses and just to give people a good reminder that, you know, there's beauty on the other side of it and you can get out of it, and that's awesome. Kudos to you.
Thank you guys.
And a great way to end the night, right?
It's almost like the universe has morally mandated you to spread your music far and wide, do good in this world.
Quite possible.
All right, so we're going to say goodbye to our viewing audience, but Mike and Naomi, that doesn't mean that you need to hop off. You could chat with us and have a little bit of a debriefing in the backstage area. I'm just saying that because sometimes we say goodbye and then our guests disappear.
I don't know if that's an accident, Phil.
So
we can be very off-putting. Yeah. It's probably me.
For those of you who've been following along at home, thank you so much for spending your evening with us. You know, whether you're sitting in the comfort of your living room or on your toilet, either way, we're happy that you have taken our music into your very being. Follow the Roomful of Sky channels. We do this every month, and we have all kinds of live events. And more importantly, follow our new friends, Mike Tirado at The Real Life Superhero, all the social media platforms, and also Naomi Vernon, Naomi_music official on all the platforms. You could see all of their links in our event descriptions below. And we will see you again next time. Happy holidays. Stay safe. Jason, Victor, you guys have anything you'd like to say?
No, I'm good.
Just happy holidays. Stay safe. And if you're, and feel better if you're not feeling well, and just take care.
And we'll see you all again on January 4th. Good night.
Thank you.